Hello guys and welcome back to episode 4 of my Amazon Lord of the Rings TV series map location series, where we go through the whole Amazon Lord of the Rings on Prime map and look at all the different locations that have been given and go through the entire history of the region / place, then look at what happened during the second age, because that's where the TV show is actually going to be, and see, like as I said before, what could be put in the TV series from that place. So what events happened there that could be shown in the TV series. And then we'll do a few bits from the third age, fourth age, if it was around then as well. So basically the entire history, but mainly it's going to be about the second age and how that affects the TV series. And today we're going to be doing Gundabad. So episode 4 of the show that we're doing on my channel, we're going to do Gundabad. So as a quick summary, Mount Gundabad was a chief orc mountain stronghold situated at the northern end of the Misty Mountains, located to the east of the ancient city/realm of Angmar, which we know was held and led by the Witch King of Angmar. So obviously it's a mountain, and the description of it is that it's a large mountain where during the Deathless awoke, later capital of the orcs of the region. And just as a quick side note, in The Hobbit, the movie adaptations, we did see Gundabad a bit, but it wasn't really lore friendly because of the fact that Taria was there. Taria, how do you say her name? But yeah, let's get into the people and then into the history. So the main inhabitants and people that lived at Mount Gundabad were in the early stages, so late first age and early second age, were the dwarves, and then later on mainly orcs inhabited the mountain. And spoken languages in the early stages was Khazad-dûl, obviously because the dwarves were living there, and later on Orcish and Black speech due to the orcs now living there and ruling there. And the main governance and people who ruled Mount Gundabad were Dwarvish lords at the start, I don't think they're really named, and then later on orc chieftains. And finally, it was founded and built in the early years of the trees, so this was before the first stage. Now let's get into the history, starting with the years of the trees. So dwarfs, including during the Deathless, who we talked about in the last episode where we did Khazad-dûm, was the oldest of the fathers of the dwarves, awoke at Mount Gundabad in the north of the Misty Mountains shortly after the awakening of the elves, which was prior in the years of the trees. Mount Gundabad was a really sacred place for dwarves, so this was originally where the dwarves came from. And I don't think we'll see this in the series, really unlikely, because I don't think they have licensing rights, but it's still quite interesting. So now let's get into the second age. Now let's get into the bit that will probably and hopefully be shown in the Amazon's Lord of the Rings TV series, as they could take this route and show Gundabad. I'm not 100% sure if they will, but because most of the things that actually happened in Mount Gundabad was near the end of the second age, so we'd probably see most of these things really at nearly the end of the show. As we know, the show is probably going to be 5 seasons, so that's just my theory. So let's get into actually what happened. So in the middle of the second age, orcs ruled over by the servants of Sauron invaded the mountains again and took Gundabad. So this was middle near end of second age, so orcs had retaken Gundabad. The site would not be cleansed until the very late in the second age, possibly around or after the fall of Sauron and the loss of the One Ring. So probably what happened was that after the ring was destroyed and Sauron lost all his power, the dwarves reclaimed it. And again, this was near the end of the second age, so I don't really see in the first few seasons we'll actually see any of this actually happen. But it could be, maybe, as they said, they might explore some unexplored places or unexplored stories, and they could come here as one of the unexplored stories in the series. But now we have to go on to the third age, in which will probably highly unlikely not be in this TV series. So in the third age, the orcs of Angmar yet again claimed it as their capital, which is one of the reasons for the dwarves' special hatred of them. And after the fall of Angmar, Gundabad remained an orc stronghold until the War of the Dwarves and Orcs was an entirely different story, which is quite an incredible battle. So then next time we see Gundabad is in the events of the Hobbit, and it was mainly used for the Battle of the Five Armies. And their leader, Bolg, son of Azog, was the supreme commander of the orcs from Gundabad and presumably the northern Misty Mountains. And then that's really the rest of the things that I talked about Mount Gundabad is mostly speculation. So that's it for today's video, and let's go on to the outro. So just to quickly summarize, overall I believe that all this things we've gone through about the second age in this video, which was actually not quite a lot, and even the events that did happen will probably be shown near the end of the series, so the 4th or 5th season, as most happened between the mid/end of the second age. And maybe the 5th season is going to be about Aragorn, which it could be, that means then they could show some of the war of the dwarves and the orcs. But overall I believe that we will see some stuff from Mount Gundabad, but probably near the end of the TV series. But thank you guys for watching, I really appreciate it. Today was a bit of a shorter video, and most of you are watching are not subscribed, so please can you subscribe, I really appreciate it. And even if you are from Facebook, thank you for liking the video and subscribing. But until Saturday, goodbye.